Our trainer Dan Harrison out there cleaning up some blood. And here we are. Remainder of the third period here. Both guys in neutral position. Front headlock here by McCullough. Gilly's got to work to pop that head out or use that outside elbow, maybe to a dump or a drag. Nice recovery there by McCullough. 50 seconds here left in the third period. The current team score, if you're keeping count, is currently 6-6 between Scarlet and Gray. So it's going to be a great dual meet, it looks like, so far, as we're almost three-way classes through the duel. Leg and tap attempt there by Gilly. McCullough does a great job keeping his leg and tap back, trying a head shuck there to a re-attack to a knee pick. Great transition wrestling there by McCullough. Tried the shuck by, didn't work, went to the knee pick. Gilly did a good job getting that leg back. Gilly looks like he was trying to hit a dresser dump there, but did not quite get his hand across to that far knee. 15 seconds here left in the period. If you're Gilly here, you got to go big or go home. Stalemate. 10 seconds left. And your winner at 141 pounds by decision is Cole McCullough. McCulloughs are 1 for 3 on the day, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I know it's got to be tough being multiples and having to wrestle 3 different weight classes. This weight class is interesting. We have our only international student on the team on the right-hand side in the red singlet, Bashir Rahmani from Afghanistan. And the guy on the left over here is would be a red shirt sophomore. Keegan Judd's been in the lineup for the Wolves in the past, had an injury last year, set out for the year. Got a medical red shirt, so excited to have him back in the lineup. So be interesting to see how these guys square off here today. Nice leg attack attempt by Judd. Rahmani hits a nice leg pass, but we have a takedown awarded. Even though there was a quick exchange, nice leg pass attempt or Abbas roll there by Rahmani. .130 here left in the first period. Judd's doing a good job of keeping Rahmani's hands on the mat. Bashir's got to get back pressure, get his knees underneath him to be able to work up here to fight wrist or to be able to get his foot in the mat, just like that. Yep, see if he can stay up here. Keegan's doing a great job pulling him out of bounds there, and we have a reset here. Rahmani back down. 1:17 here left in the period. Looks like Judd's got some tape issues there on his fingers. Looks like it's quickly resolved, and we're fixing to be back to action. Rothmani there on bottom. Keegan's doing a good job. Look like he's trying to work that tilt here. Bottom leg under, and there he's got it. 1. We got a 2 count, a 3 count. Looks like he's holding 3. Still holding the 3 until he breaks the lock. Now it's like a new move here by Judd, and Judd is trying to get that wing and a wrist. It looks like it. Rothmani's being stingy. And a reversal there by Rothmani. Looks like he scores 7-2 right now. Oh, step over there. Caught him in a nice little funk roll. We got a 3-point takedown there. Looks like a little like a... Could tell if Bashir was trying to hit a dump or if Judd hit him on a neck wrench and caught him on a hip there and stepped over. Interesting transition. Looks like that tape's been a problem there on his hands. Hard to see what's going on. Trainer Dan Harrison out there tending to Keegan's fingers. Nice low double attempt there by Judd. He switched to a single. Good whizzer attempt by Bashir. Going back to that single, dropping to a knee. Gonna get that right hand on that ankle. There he does. Now he's got to work up and try to shuffle to the outside or crack him forward and get weight on those hands. Nice little limp attempt there. Watch your own go behind here by Judd. Gets under that ankle. He's still okay here. He's still okay. Ref called that potentially dangerous. The ankle went outside the knee joint, so want to protect those ligaments. Nice leg and tap attempt here by Rothmani. Got to get those hands locked. Judd's doing a great job of keeping that hand on that wrist, not letting him bring those hands together. Tops that head under to a double. Got to be able to drive those legs together. Shelf it, run the pipe. Nope. Pops the head outside. Oh, no, he's caught in a bad spot here on the mat. Rothmani's got to recover here. He's in a rough spot. Keep it on his hip here. Looks like Judd's going to score takedown here. 1 minute here left in the period. Next period here, it'll be interesting to see what the other guy chooses, given the current score. "15 seconds here left in the period. We have the stall warning on Bashir. And it's Green's choice. We'll see what Judd picks. Judd takes down. Bashir's going to optional start. Let's see if he lets him go or he tries to coerce him into some type of tie. 1 point escape Judd here. Both guys in neutral position. Nothing yet. Cross body here. Bashir's under that leg, though, so it's hard to see, and we got potentially dangerous there. Knees outside of the hip joint. You can bring the knee inward, but can't take the knee outward. If the ankle leaves outside of the hip joint, they're always going to call that potentially dangerous. Rothmani's got to work up here. Potentially dangerous there with that cross body ride. Minute left here in the period. Got a couple count here. Looks like a 3 count for Keegan Judd. Looks like one more set. Nope. That's going to do it. My math's awful today. I thought I was 2 points off. A tech fall winner there by Keegan Judd. £157 coming up next here. Attorney starter from last year, Dennis Varelli from New Jersey. And the red, we have Matt Holke, Rider University transfer. You can tell these guys wrestle a lot of half fakes, a lot of half shots. Obviously trying to get each other out of position here. Hopefully to be able to open up or set a leg attack here up. They both look like they want to be explosive on their feet, but they're being very hesitant. Nope, re-attack here by Varelli. Single leg attempt by Holke. .115 here left in the period. We'll expect to see a tad bit more action here, obviously, with a 3-minute first period, but hopefully these guys feel a little bit better when they get on the mat here in that second period. Leg attack attempt here by Varelli. Front headlock by Holke. Less than a minute later left in the period. Outside single there. Looks like Holke tried a little misdirection. .30 seconds here left in the first period. And that's the end of the period here. Let's see where the coin toss goes. Looks like it's going to be Varelli's choice. He's going to defer, and Hulkey's going to take down. Hulkey's up to his feet. Varelli's trying a nice, good tight waist here in this position. Nice mat return. Nothing yet. We're out of bounds here. And we're neutral here. 1 point escape there by Hulkey. Nice leg attack attempt there by Hulkey. Looks like we had an eye poke here. Good job by the official, Carlos, stopping the action there. Hopefully nothing major happened to his eye. Hard to see here what's going on. We had some obstructions with the trainers and the coaches, but definitely looked like something to the face. Not sure what's going to happen. Looks like Hulkey's taking his anklets off. I'm not sure if it's serious or not or what's going on. Let's see here. Looks like Hulkey's going to win by injury default. Not sure what's going on there with Varelli. Looks like he's stumbling a little bit. Hard to see. I mean, obviously it was a very fast flurry there, and they were coming at me, so really didn't get a good side-to-side action there. But here we are, moving on to 165. We have Bo Perkins, graduate student, versus Josh Reyes from New Jersey. My apologies, Antonio Reyes. Got too many Joshes and too many Reyeses. My apologies to his family. But Antonio, obviously a freshman here from New Jersey. Bo Perkins, a graduate student from Haggerty, Orlando, Florida. Former Florida Jet wrestler, transferred here from King University. Perkins with a nice Merkle takedown to a nice high C to another takedown. Great transition there by Perkins. Perkins doubles off again. Now it's 6-2, about to be 9-2. 9-3 here. Perkins in with a head inside double there. Reyes does a great job keeping that head stuffed. Perkins gets to a crackdown, so he's going to step over and pop his head here. He's got that leg hooked. If I'm Reyes here, I'd be careful. I'm going to watch my low shoulder, and I'm going to watch my back holding on to that ankle. Bo's doing a great job of scooting and securing that ankle, and now he's got that takedown. Looks like we're up to a 12-4. Fixing to be another takedown here. 15-4. And a spladle attempt by Perkins there. And it looks like Perkins got the fall there. Crossbody right spladle. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a dual meet here if those are keeping score at home. That gives the gray team a 2-point advantage here headed into 174. Where we have Asa Walton here versus Echeverria. Josh Echeverria. Asa Walton's also a graduate student. Been in the program for 5 years now, so excited to see him compete out here at 174, new weight class for him. Nice leg tap tip. Club over finished by Walton. We have a 3-point takedown there for Walton. Nothing yet here. Red still in control. Echeverria with a Granby. Great release and catch there by Walton. For those of you that are wrestling fans at home, usually when a guy Granby's, you have two options, to follow or catch and release. And Walton did exactly what he's supposed to do there with a little catch and release action. 2 minutes exactly left here in the period. One-point escape there for Echeverria. See if he can get some offense going here. For you Newbery fans, if y'all didn't get a chance to see last night, our women's volleyball team won in a 5-set thriller against Tennessee Tusculum last night, 3 sets to 2 sets. Currently field hockey's happening on campus alongside football at 6 o'clock. And our men's soccer team and women's soccer team both play Emory and Henry. I believe women start at 2 and the men start at 6. Overtie shuck attempt there by Walton. Good redirection to an outside single. Beautiful 3-point takedown. Field hockey won today against Converse, 8-2. My apologies for telling you what was going on. They improved to 14-0 on the year, 10-0 in the conference. Currently ranked number 3 in the country, number 1 in the South Atlantic Conference. Outside of the football team, who's currently ranked 24th in the nation in Division II, your men's wrestling team is currently ranked in the top 25 in the NCAA preseason poll by the NWCA and the Coaches Association. So they're one of 3 teams in the Southeast that have cracked the top 25. And that's the end of the period here. Second period, coin flip by the official Carlos. Looks like it's going to be Green's choice. Black, Echeverria is going to defer. Let's see what Walton does. Walton looks like he might take down. He's walking center. Looks like he's getting set to get on the ground here. Let's see if Echeverria can slow down this pace and maybe bounce back here with some tough on top riding and maybe a turn. Nice chop here attempt. Walton's got a good base. He's keeping it wide, keeping it low, making it tough for Echeverria to utilize this position. Not allowing that leg in. Walton throws it over, comes out the back door. Now we have an escape. Overtie again by Walton. That overtie position, obviously, if you're a guy like Walton or you're long, I mean, it's easy right there because everything you're taught in wrestling is inside control, and you want to be able to control that position. And obviously, when you're long and you keep guys away and you can utilize that leverage, it's very tough to wrestle because being inside on a collar tie is definitely where you want to be if you're especially in an upper-level weight class to be able to move a guy or create angles. If I'm Echeverry, I got to get on wrist control. I got to get on Russians. Got to get to underhooks, right? I don't want to be in a collar tie with Walton, obviously, but hopefully the coaches in the corner let him know that now. Good flurry there by both of them on the edge. 26 seconds here left in the period. It looks like it'll be Echeverry's choice here shortly. Nice snap there by Walton. See if he can get that go behind and get that takedown. That's just like 3 to me. I saw it hand touch. There it is. Now let's see what Echeverry does here. Probably going to take down, but it'll be interesting to see what he decides. Yep, he's going to go down and see if Walton can build that riding time up to get over a point. Walton looking for that deep, tight waist here. Walton doing a good job of that forward pressure, pushing that arm across, looking for that roll through tilt, or I would call it East Center Fairfax tilt. Hard to see what's happening here. Injury time. Looks like he was going for a tilt, and hard to say what happened here. See, Walton sitting up here. Looks like it could have been wrist, possibly. I don't think it was necessarily elbow or shoulder, but it looks like maybe he posted on it wrong and it might have rolled. Hard to say. Oh, a takedown to his back there by Echeverry, but Walton's doing a great job here. Hanging tough here. A minute and 15 seconds here left in the period. And we're out of bounds. Echeverry looks like he was listening to my coaching there, trying to get them underhooks. It's a much better position for him. Trying to pull him on here. Looks like he got that takedown there on the edge. Less than a minute, 45 seconds here. Looks like the coaches are telling him to cut him, but Walton's still in bounds. Walton gets set here. Echeverry is going for a cut. Less than 40 here left. If I'm Walton, I circle. It looks like that wrist is bothering him. It's hard to say. I can't really tell what's going on here. And that looks like to be a second injury time. It might be his choice. Hard to say what's going to happen here in this position. 30 seconds here left in the match. Obviously, Echeverry's definitely got momentum right now. But obviously, Walton dominated 2.5 periods of this match. So it's interesting to see what's going on here in this position. It looks like he's... It's hard to say. I can't tell if it's ribs. I can't tell if it's bicep. Obviously, one of the downfalls of being in a press box on a baseball field. But it's a beautiful day, though. Can't ask for better weather to be wrestling outside here in Newbery. And I think they're going to call it. Yeah, Walton does not look happy, obviously. Obviously, this is a good indicator for where we're at right now. Echeverry is going to win by injury default. But, you know, obviously if wrestling had taken place for 3 full periods, I think Walton would have won that. But, again, it's about preserving health and wellness at this point, and hopefully we don't have any more injuries take effect at this point. Now we have Elijah Copeland here, Simpsonville product up the road there at J.L. Mann High School. And Andrew Reed from Iowa. Copeland's a redshirt freshman. Reed is a redshirt junior, I believe. Been to the national tournament 2 times already. Looking for his 3rd trip this year. Currently ranked 5th in the country at 184 pounds. These last 3 weight classes have some of the heavier hitters for the Newbery Wolves wrestling team. You have 3 nationally ranked guys, all ranked within the top 10. And guys who've been to the national tournament and competed at a high level. And so it'll be exciting to see what fireworks they bring to the end of this match. The black team's up 23-15 right now. And a first period fall. Looks like black's going to be up 29-15. Now moving on to 197. We have John Parker Wilson from Yulee, Florida. And we have Ben Valdez from Atlanta, Georgia. Both these guys the same age, been wrestling a lot. Obviously, it's kudos to both these guys to push each other to compete at a high level. But at the same time, you know, they make each other better. As they say in wrestling, iron sharpens iron. Nice leg attack attempt there by John Parker. Looking to scoot the corner here. Throw a leg in is Valdez, and he keeps a good job of keeping it elevated, and Valdez bails out here. 3-point takedown awarded to John Parker, and it looks like we have another injury out here. Hard to say. It's like hamstring or the way he's rubbing behind that leg. For those of you watching here in Newbery, here in about 5 minutes, right next door to us on the Smith Road complex, Embry and Henry is taking on Newbery. In women's soccer, both Newbery's off to an incredible start for their season. Currently, their record is 5-4-2. They started the season 5-1 and have hit a little bit of a rough patch here. We're looking to rebound today against the Wasp of Embry and Henry. The same with our men's program. Off to an incredible start. Nice drag there by John Parker Wilson to a takedown. Power half attempt here by John Parker. Got a 1 count there by our official. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count, holding 3. Valdez doing a great job of what I would say no free points. And power half again here on the other side by John Parker. Official gets around and check the corner out here. So we got a 2 count. Holding 2. He's trying to hop on top. Going back to the other side. Tough spot to be in here if you're Valdez. Looks like John Parker might finish this off with a fall here. He's got Valdez in a very tough spot. So definitely make it a lot tighter duel. It'll be 21-29 if John Parker was able to pull off the fall here. And we have a fall at 197 pounds. And your last weight class, we have heavyweights. We have freshman Ryland Madison, Blythewood High School, versus graduate student and 5th-year senior, Cale Schrader. As I've said before, the last 3 weight classes for Newbery is really where their meat and potatoes are. Schrader, Missouri product here, qualified for the national tournament last year. Had a phenomenal year. Dealt with some injuries, battled through it. Excited to have him back and healthy. Excited to see what he looks like here moving forward to have a great victory lap. Madison, like I said before, is a freshman. Beat a junior in the wrestle-off to get to this spot here. So excited to see what he can do today. Nice single attempt and take down to his back by Schrader. Good belly attempt there by Madison. And we're out of bounds here. Chase, sorry, my apologies. Cale's out here. Looks like he's going for a fall. Madison's in a tough position here in that bundle. Cale's got to get off his knees and put weight on that chest to go for that fall here and finish the duel off for the great team. And that's it for today's Wrestle-Offs. Reminder, Wolves fans, make sure you don't want to miss this event here. The Flow Wrestling Night in America Series coming to Eliezer Arena with our home opener on Thursday, November 13th. We take on Montevallo and Emmanuel. You can grab your official Wrestling Night in America t-shirt. If you go to the Newbery College Facebook or Instagram page, you can find it. It's going to be a great night here to support America, support wrestling, and be live on Flow Wrestling. I'm your broadcaster, Burt Macklin. Thanks for listening, and see you at some point this season in Eliezer Arena.